you can commit to something just like you're committing to yourself and your career and the things you want.
That's not how
So
he felt when he
I
brought up
just
his
feel like
divorce.
overall, like
You just threw his divorce. Thank you. What?
But you threw him his divorce.
What are we talking about?
You know that's not gonna get approved.
Kick rocks, kick boulders,
That's a
kick
nice folder.
dirt, kick sand, kick
Pebbles.
kick asphalt, kick cement. Do not bring her back ever again.
It's not gonna
Danny, I'm sorry that you had to experience this. Hey, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy KiteZz here. My lovely wife is just Alex.
What's up, peoples?
Hey, today we got another BM Talks to him, and we love to watch them. You feel me? Hey, today it's gonna be a special one because he got an exclusive interview with Chi and Danny. Now, if you guys don't know, they had that big back and forth that kind of went viral on their episode of Pop the Balloon because Danny made a comment about wigs, and Chi heated up and started crashing out. So
Was it a back and forth?
it
Or
was
was
more.
it a one-sided back and forth?
It-
I don't think Danny was that pressed about it.
Yeah, I think it was a one side. It was a one sided back and forth. No, it was because he definitely was just chilling. But you know, some people on the internet was on Chi-Chi's side. Some people was on Danny's side. I don't feel like Danny was in the wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you know, people gonna feel how they feel. Respect to both of them. But yeah. So let's see what BM talks to him about. But don't forget to always like videos and leave comments. See how we just liked the video and left a comment? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do on YouTube. Some of y'all just watch videos and then click off.
So,
No. Y'all gonna be showing no love. All right, let's do it.
so not going upstairs.
All right, welcome back to BM Talks to them. Today we have Chi and Danny. Welcome. How you guys
hi,
doing?
welcome. Hi guys.
Going on?
Hey y'all.
Yeah, so
Chi-Chi
we're
and Danny.
right.
Not together.
The freak?
Wait, what? What she just say?
I don't know, bro. She already threw me off, gang.
Face, bro.
We already everybody.
Go back a second. Wait.
What happened?
How you guys
Hi,
doing?
welcome. Hi guys.
Going on?
Hey y'all.
Yeah, so
Chi-Chi
we're
and Danny.
right.
Not together.
Nobody insinuated y'all were. Let me lay down. Let me say this for the record. Not together.
You know, who the freak asked? It's like, what are we talking about? Like, okay, I guess. Like,
Maybe CD. Could be.
All right, so obviously
Yeah,
we
you
had
like
you
her,
guys
bro.
on episode 33.
you like that toxic crap?
And there's a lot of buzz going around. You know, people are talking about you both, so we decided to bring you back here on the podcast.
Yes.
So, how you guys doing? And how was both of your experience on the show? I mean, Dan, you was here before, so let's
Let's
ask
start with
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi. Yeah.
Ladies first, anyway. Go ahead.
Oh look, he has manners. Oh my god. No.
She's gonna pick at him through this whole video.
There's three outcomes that can happen from this video. One, Chi acts a fool and makes the world love Danny even more. Two, Danny acts a fool and makes all of Chi-Chi's actions justify.
BM step in.
Or three, they both act a fool and we just all say, aha, this is a funny experience, and we leave it as that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But right now, one of these options is starting to already show. So let's go, man.
No, it was amazing. I said it multiple times. Like, I had a good experience overall. Like, production was smooth. The ladies were amazing. Everybody was a good vibe. You two were amazing. I was very nervous. Okay, I did have a couple of drinky drinks, so my honesty meter, which is usually very at 100, was probably on 1,000.
Oh my.
Mm.
So it was an experience.
Y'all gonna stop drinking before y'all come on
Oh
the show, man.
But
Okay,
yeah, I had a great
Danny.
experience. I Mr. Returning.
Okay, okay.
Well, this time I just decided to just let go. Just be my complete self instead of. I think the first time I was on the show, I was really filtered, and it still didn't work out the way I wanted to be. So this time I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to be myself. So,
Mm,
and I wanted to have a fun experience. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking for a match, you're looking for somebody to connect with. They got to know, you know, the side of me that they gonna see eventually. So I just let you have it. You know what I'm saying? So from beginning to end, and so I really enjoyed myself. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I did walk away a little disappointed. I can't lie, but other than that, I feel like I had a good time.
All right, Danny.
Okay, Danny, it's all good, gang.
Because he said in the reunion, he's like, the long distance thing is what basically got him. Because he got a match, the
He
first
rejected
one, but
her.
he rejected her because of the distance and stuff. And now he's like, all right, let me try again.
Yeah. Honestly, hey, I think you did. I think you did good on your second time.
He
gang.
gonna get his own spinoff.
Yeah, or something. I feel like it. He deserve.
okay, yeah. So obviously, Danny, when you walked out, right, and you started speaking, when you dropped the whole, when you dropped the phrase that that just went viral, you said the wigs thing. Obviously that was talk of the talk of the episode. That was. What made you say that at that particular time?
Well, so I'm a prayer warrior, to be honest with you, and God knows my heart. So I've got to the point where if it comes to me, I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why when you look back and she said, because I knew what I was gonna say from the beginning for the most part.
What the freak, Danny? What are you trying to say? God told you to say that? That came up in one of your prayers? You got a premonition to say, I don't want no stale crusty wigs? Wait.
Wait. He didn't say that. He said, "I just want a woman who knows the difference between a good weave and a bad weave, or a good wig and a bad wig."
Oh,
That's
okay.
all he said.
All right, I added stale and crusty, but still, that
But
you
you
didn't get
see,
that in no prayer.
your false journalism.
You didn't get that in no prayer. Don't be playing like that.
Hey, stop the propaganda. Stop false media. Okay,
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna make sure the truth gets out. Okay, I'm gonna get the source.
right into the news.
Let's get on. Hey man.
But I couldn't quite understand or what I was gonna say when you asked me what I didn't like. So in the back, I was doing a lot of praying. I was saying, just speak to me, and I'm a trust. And that is a pet peeve. So I've been through situations, even in a most recent relationship that didn't work out. I felt like so I'm just be honest, man. So I was
Here you go.
I was
Honesty
getting
is the best policy.
I was getting fussed at about certain stuff I wasn't doing and everything, and the whole time I was like, dang, you telling me everything that I'm not doing, but your wig bad. But I don't get to say nothing, because I'm a man, so I just got to sit there and take it. I don't.
Chi-Chi's soul just left her body. Look at she looking. I mean, he's not wrong. For some men,
No,
they don't get to say nothing.
the crazy part is a lot of people are gonna laugh at that or be like, "Oh, okay," but like this is a realistic scenario, dude.
And it don't even have to be like the wig or the wig thing. It just could be just in general.
Like I told y'all, I grew up in a hair salon. I done seen some stuff, dog. I done seen men coming in there dragging their wife by their hand. Nah, give my wife this weave right here because I ain't got time for her to be looking a mess. And I done seen women going in there and they just get a fresh done weave and they talk about how much now that they got the weave done, how much better that they about to go cheat on their man, they about to go do whatever because they man don't deserve a good looking woman. I done seen some stuff. This world is crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna count with you.
Don't really retort. So if it don't matter what you say to me, it don't matter, women can go off and they want the perfect human being. I just sit there and be like, okay. And you know what I'm saying? But in the back of my mind, I make notes of like what I want and what I don't want. And that's something. So really, I said that as in like I was talking to my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends know what's up. Like we say different things, but we do want what we don't want.
Okay.
And
But you're not trying to date your friends. You don't talk to your friends the way you talk to a woman. You trying to find a woman, not a man.
Huh? What if his friends were female friends?
And with that, 1 point for Alex.
What if they were female friends? Because I'm sure this is probably a conversation he's probably had with other females.
Shoot, prime example, the 2G1A Discord, them chili mode talks, where it be like, I think we're a very diverse community now. We got a lot of females and a lot of males that be on like equal conversations with this stuff. And yeah, I feel like some of the females be more passionate about the conversations than the dudes. They be talking about everything. They be airing it out. So it's like, I don't know, bro. If you do plus we got females in our squad that they talk to us like they part of the clique. Like they
a lot of the women in the 2G1A Discord, they hold other women accountable.
Yeah.
They say what's on their mind and they respectfully hold women accountable.
So it's like, so Danny's conversation is something that I would imagine is something that he could say around women too. Like it, I get what you're trying to say, but
if you take offense to it, then I mean,
yeah, you just don't know. You don't know him, so it's like you're assuming you don't know him.
You don't talk to your friends the way you talk to a woman. You trying to find a woman, not a man.
Well, no,
So,
that's
Danny,
cap.
I have a
That's
question.
cap. That's cap because your woman's supposed to be your friend.
Your best friend. Yeah, we love that, but she's still a woman.
So, Danny, I got a question for you. So, what is a bad wig to you?
Oh, come on, man.
Now, Danny, think about this before you answer.
We have to know what is considered a bad wig to Danny.
All right, so look.
Got BM breaking character. What the freak is going on? Look at you. Y'all got BM breaking character. Somebody go hit the. Oh, we don't believe in gambling. Never mind. Don't do that.
Like, you can't be serious right now.
No. I'm just gonna be honest. So I dated a woman that sold hair. Okay. All right. So when money gets involved, I start paying attention. So when I accidentally sold some hair and we made like $500 in an instant, I started paying attention. I started doing research. Like I understood that was back in the day when Peruvian and Brazilian hair was a big thing, and so growing up,
he knows about them as well, so he knows the names. Okay, that's good.
You know what he's talking about.
So growing up, I didn't know about weed. Yeah, I didn't know about it. My mother to the day.
Hey, somebody, I know y'all can do it because there's some of y'all commenters. Y'all can assess everything. I want a tracker. Every time Chi-Chi throws a slight jab, I want y'all to tally that because so far Danny ain't thrown none.
And he has not cut her off since she's spoken. Right.
So I want somebody to tally it. Go ahead and tally it up. Every time Chi-Chi throws a dab, tally it. Every time Danny throws a jab at Chi-Chi, tally it. I want to see who threw more jabs, and this is gonna prove a point.
They had the same routine. Their hair's in a ponytail. My cousins are literally Indian. They from India. I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even really understand that women wore extensions stuff till I got to college. So I just didn't experience it. Like the women I dated, my son's mother, we've known each other since 8th grade. She doesn't wear it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not accustomed to it. So but basically I think is when I like to be tricked. I like to is it a wig or is it like, you know what I'm saying? So most times the women I talk to will wear like sew-ins or something like that, where and the front, you don't really can tell
So they
that
have the leave
look,
out with the,
yeah,
the
it look
weave in the back. Okay.
yeah, it looks
Okay.
like your hair. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But
So
that's
if
not
I
a
can,
wig. We talking about wigs. What's a bad
Wigs.
wig to
the
you? Not a
bad
bad weave.
okay,
Like
the
a
There's
bad
a
hump. Like
difference.
what's a bad wig to you?
A
Like it's not flat
wig.
enough. Like a wig, a lace
when you
front. You
can
see
when you can
Barbie
tell
bugs.
when
Like
you
what's
can tell
When you
your
can tell is when you can
when
tell.
you can tell what it is instantly. If you was dating a man and you could tell that his hair was a toupee, you would feel the same way.
Right.
Oh, talk about it.
Okay.
Because that's because no, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Because I don't see the outrage if a girl goes, I don't like a dude with a toupee, or when a dude be balding and a girl jab at it.
When they be having the man weaves and stuff.
Yeah,
now.
we don't be hearing nothing about it. That's a fair point. So it's like, hey, if him saying he don't want a bad wig and weave is not acceptable, then y'all not allowed to talk about dudes' fades and everything else and say that y'all don't like how dudes be rocking Beijing and all that. You can't say nothing.
I've seen a toupee get smacked off somebody's head in real time. that is something. I was at work, bro. Whole toupee got. Whoo! It was this older lady, bro. This older lady was laughing with a coordinator, right? She smacked his shoulder too hard, and he popped his whole thing, just like how my headset fell off. His whole toupee. Whew. I was like, damn. Bro, almost crashed.
Bro,
Because I'm driving an electric sit down, and I'm like, yo, what's going on at the desk? His whole toupee just came off. That man was scrambling.
And the sad part is, up until that, he was flexing so hard that was
That
his
was
real
his hair. He'll be in the break room. I said, okay, all right, you bet, all right.
Whole toupee went flying, boy.
Okay, but
So,
listen,
but when
you
guys
will
talk
always
about
be
it,
able
Let
to
go.
look and know
Like Frozen.
that a wig is a wig. There's no way to make it blend into your head like
no,
it's
by
your
what
hair.
he's saying, the
Ever.
important thing.
I don't know about that. Well, I disagree. My mom a professional. My mom be making women look like it's part of their scalp. But I get what you trying to say, though, gang. I feel it.
That Danny's saying is that if a girl that cannot tell the difference between a good wig and a bad wig, that's the important statement that he's making right there.
But he still
Alright,
hasn't
man.
really told us
Hey.
what the bad wig is. That's
Y'all
what
about
I
to
really
make
want
y'all
know.
about to make me talk, man. I'm trying to be cool.
what's
Like
a
I'm about
bad
to.
wig? We wanna know.
All right, so Danny, tell us what is a bad wig.
A bad wig to me is when it look like you just put it on like a hat.
Okay?
So y'all be laughing. I be dead serious. Like I don't even know what I be saying. Like,
Jesus
They got
I mean,
Christ.
cap wigs.
he's got a point. He's got a point. He's got a point.
No hat wigs. Got it.
So,
Nah, when you-
All right, see, since he can't do it, let me articulate what a bad wig is, right? Bad wig is when you can tell a girl has a naturally round skull, but now all of a sudden she has a pine cone skull, right? That's a bad wig. A bad wig is when you look at the girl's edges and there's a fold lifted up. That's a bad wig. A bad wig is when you saw Shorty 2 days ago and she was just rocking a clean ponytail. Now she's rocking an Edna Mode bob out of nowhere. That's how you can tell, because at the end of the day, it don't look like your natural hair color. It don't look like anything that your hair used to look. You are black. Your hair is not that straight, gang. Like we can tell. But that don't mean, yeah, you feel me? No, let's say it. I'm going to speak for the men. I don't care how the females feel. Y'all going to have to hold this,
I
right?
ain't holding nothing.
A bad wig is when your hairline, how your part is supposed to be in the middle, when your hair part is right here and it's diagonal. And that's how the wig was made. That's a bad wig, gang. All right? It's like this. People can tell. People can tell. If you went from suddenly having a regular forehead to your forehead starts right above your eyebrows, the wig is bad, gang.
Is the wig bag, or is it how they put it on?
No, there's wigs that I'm not talking about it's bad because that's how the wig naturally looks, regardless of how the person doctored it. That makes it bad. But if you go ahead. Go ahead. Because you giving feedback. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you a question.
No,
What feedback?
I'm saying because when I'm naming out the list, you have some reactions. So I want to know what
The Edna Mode Bob was the. Like, obviously, we know what women, which women are wearing wigs and who aren't. Like,
Exactly.
women that wear wigs, they like to switch it up a lot. They like to change the style. So obviously, if you come in natural one day and then 2 days later you have on a bob or whatever, like,
a bad wig is a wig that makes it very obvious that it's a wig, because there are some wigs that you can't even tell are that you can look at and you won't even know it's a wig. Can we agree on that?
yeah.
So a bad wig is a wig that makes it very obvious it's a wig.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. Not everybody got hair VV money
Nobody
to be getting the good quality.
No,
wigs,
nobody's saying, but
I get it.
Yeah, just because you can't afford the good quality wig don't mean it suddenly is not a bad wig. Just like if I came in and I got a haircut and my hairline was diagonal, are y'all gonna say it's a bad haircut, or are we gonna say it's a haircut he can afford? Like, you feel me? Right? All right, let's do it. Come on now. If a dude came in with a parabola hairline, y'all not gonna say, oh, it's a good haircut. It's a haircut for his situation. No, y'all gonna be flaming the dude up. Y'all be roasting people on hairlines naturally, right? So why can't dudes say, like, this wig look bad, gang?
Nobody said y'all couldn't.
Wait, the whole reason why we on this...
She don't speak for the whole... She don't speak for everybody. She don't. I'd rather you tell me. And it's how you tell me.
See, it's how you...
It's how you tell me.
No, the truth shouldn't have to be sugarcoated, gang.
What?
The truth shouldn't have to be sugarcoated. I shouldn't have to hold your hand. Let me do my example. Come here.
No, don't.
Let me do my example.
Weird,
Let me do my example.
No.
Man, see.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, man. Hey, if y'all feel what I'm saying, go ahead.
I'm still your wife, bro. What you mean?
Who said I'm talking about you?
I'm just saying in general.
In general what?
In general sense. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong for a man to tell his woman, like, I don't like this wig, or it doesn't look good on you, or any, but doing the extremes, like, why you got that dusty, crusty wig on now and look good on, stuff like that. Let's do it too much.
But then let's keep it 100. Majority of the time, when dudes are telling a girl about their hair, that is not the way that they're telling them. Those are the extreme cases. But girls be going off on dudes off of slight things like, hey, you might want to pull your thing down a little bit. Like me trying to help you out, because we've all seen examples of that, even in high school.
Yeah,
where
they get defensive.
Right. Yeah. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, the truth shouldn't have to sugarcoat it at this point, because even when we tell y'all nicely, what be happening?
Well, I ain't never had nobody other than you. Nothing.
I'm not.
But in general sense,
yeah.
Most women will probably be defensive.
Right.
They're mostly defensive.
When I'm talking about this hair stuff, you don't wear wigs, so I'm not talking about us. Like, we gotta separate us out of the category. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about what we've seen. Mm-hmm. When dudes come up to girls, even if in the nicest way, and they tell them, like, hey, a track is showing, or you need to pull your hair down or something, what is the natural reaction that the dudes get?
Oh, they flame them up. The women that I've seen flame them up.
Right.
Call them the zzz.
Yeah.
And you need to mind your business. Yeah. Your mama, did they do to your mamas? Yeah.
Let's tell the truth. That's what I'm saying. Let's be, because the internet be trying to create this persona that dudes can just go up and casually, like, oh, hey, I don't mean to bother you. Your track in the back is showing. And that the women are gonna be like, oh my gosh, thank you. That's a lie, bro.
Yeah. And I think it's like the embarrassment of it all. Or it's like women that choose to wear the wigs or the weaves, it's like they don't want nobody to tell them nothing. But I'd rather you tell me. You tell me.
Your exception, that's why I said leave us out of it, because we're exceptions to the rule. Mm-hmm. But let's go by general, because there's a lot of dudes out here who have went through this experience, and then I can imagine the frustration of a dude that has done this, like tried to help a girl out and got flamed up. Then they come online and they hear women on these podcasts and videos talking about there's a right way to do things. And it's like, bro, I did it the right way. Y'all are liars.
To it.
Yeah. So it's like,
not every woman is like that, but the majority could probably be.
I say it's like 80%.
Okay.
Yeah, I say 80% of women will not take that feedback nicely. There's gonna be, of course, there's gonna be women that come in the comments and be like, "I'm different. You're an exception to the rule." But come on now, I bet you every single person can name an instance of a dude trying to point something out with a girl's hair and them getting flamed up. I bet you everybody can name at least one instance.
And it's not just black women either. Because I've seen it. I've seen it with
Talk about it. Talk about it.
I've seen it with our other counterparts and stuff like that. So, you know.
This is a universal thing. This is every race type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen Asian girls with weaves going off on dudes, bruh. We live in Cali. They everywhere.
They cosplay a lot.
Yeah.
You thinking their hair is their hair, but it's not.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's keep it 100.
But
So Chichi, do you agree with him there? You laughed, right? So do you agree with him?
well, the thing is, I used to wear wigs. I'm a girl that I used to have fun. This is like my third time locking my hair back up. So,
Nice.
as a woman, I agree because I used to fool people with my wigs, and I used to make wigs. I know what a good wig looks like. However, agreeing.
See? What are we talking about? See? That's how it goes. Y'all be seeing the point that the men be making, and then we throw in, but, however, in this circumstance, y'all be creating side quests. You knew exactly what he was talking about. But here we are, and now you talking about some but or however. It's like, if you knew what he was talking about, what are we here for, gang? You gonna create some imaginary thing to go along with it.
I know what a good wig looks like. However, agreeing with Danny, my reason I popped was because she didn't say what do you like and not like. She said what's a deal breaker. And as soon as he responded, I felt like he was being a funny guy. I'm like, he didn't come here for love. What did he come here for? A bad wig is a deal breaker. That's not a
No, well,
and then you called it a disability. You felt like it was a disorder or something like that. You felt like it was a mental disorder. I'm like, no, a mental disorder is someone who's a pathological liar or a cheater. That's a deal breaker. So it was because of
I got a hot take. Because you just said pathological liar. So when these girls have these, or actually no, let's do it even better. When people, because men rock it do, when people rock fake extensions, they rock toupees, they rock wigs, they rock drawn on hairlines, all that, because they're hiding what their real stuff is. Isn't that not a form of deception?
It can be. Depends on the person's intentions.
Is it can be, or is it what it is? If we put deception on the table and we leave deception as a default, like what the definition of deception, and then we put wigs, makeup, extensions, even hats at some point, because people get hatfished. Men hatfish women a lot. Is that not a form of deception? Because you're trying to hide the truth.
Yeah.
Right? So doesn't that mean that there's a lot of people on this planet that are pathologically lying to people?
It appears so.
It's a hot take, though. You don't gotta agree with it. It's a hot take.
of the words. She said deal breaker, and someone who's trying to find love doesn't say a bad wig. And then also, no offense, Danny, when a man speaks on a woman's beauty, whether it's her nails, her lashes, or her wig, I classify it as sassy. No offense.
Told you.
I don't
Look at
gotta.
him.
I don't gotta say nothing else this entire video. My point's already proven right there. I want y'all to hear that again, because now she just made, because I agree, it's how you say it, right? That is very important, because there is a right way to say things, right? But when it comes down to men talking towards women or talking about things that women do, this right here proves there's no right way to say it. Y'all, a lot of women on the internet, a lot of women in general, do not want men to have opinions on any of this stuff. They want men to just single file line and just act like they don't see nothing. Because listen,
Danny, when a man speaks on a woman's beauty, whether it's her nails, her lashes, or her wig, I classify it as sassy. No offense.
No.
Once again.
And the sad part is there is billions of women that think the exact same way she does. And we can't sit there and pretend that this is not she just suddenly has this ideology herself.
Mhm.
This is the same show that we heard women are gonna women. This is a common ideology.
Yeah.
So now this makes all this. I know I'm ranting a lot. I'm rambling a lot because this is a real issue that affects you single people.
It's mostly single people that say it.
Right. It's not married couples that are having this problem. And then when they do, it's because either A, the man is being insensitive to the wife, or B, the wife is not listening to the feedback of the husband. It's either or. There's no in between. But this in the single dating game, y'all don't want men to have opinions about the things y'all do. And men, you don't know how to give true feedback, but when you're giving honest feedback and it's getting backlash, I imagine you're not going to learn how to give feedback.
Again.
All right, okay. Chichi, I think we're taking it too far there.
Yeah,
I
because
classify it as sassy because a thing a woman does
And
for
she gonna say
her
it
own
again.
beauty
She
is not
doubled
for
down on
you. I'm gonna double down because I
Chichi, do
stand
you
on
know
what I say.
do you know the amount of
No.
times that women comment on guys, right? They don't
Their
look,
opinions.
you know, they
Yeah.
don't like how they look, the attraction, all of that. But if a guy talks about it, it's an issue. When a girl talks about it, you go, you do you tell him how it
Okay,
is, right?
but he
So,
started
but do
it.
no,
It doesn't matter who started it and who ended it. It doesn't matter. If y'all don't know how to have a conversation about it, then don't talk about it. Because there's instances where men have addressed women with a quote unquote bad wig, and some women didn't take offense to it. And there are instances where women have commented on a man's haircut or a beard or a lineup or whatever or something he has on, and a man doesn't take offense to it. And you can't sit here and say the women. Yes, there are some instances where women do things for ourselves specifically, but let's not act like we don't do the things that we do to attract men. So you can't just say it's just for you, because otherwise, don't come out the house.
And
don't date. Don't mix and mingle. Sit in front of a mirror all day and see how aroused you get from that.
And you know the sad part, because you said that, what are a majority of the females gonna say about you? You're a pick me.
I'm a pick me. I'm insecure. They probably gonna flame me like they always do. Call me this, call me that. But I don't care. You got to be able to know the difference between pure vanity and.
Yep. But the sad part is you're speaking because you're not a male, but you're married to a male and you see it. But because you said that, because that is the truth, you told the truth. You haven't said a lie yet, right? You're going to get called a pick me. You're going to get called that you hate women. You're going to get called all that just for telling the truth. It's because it's almost like people want to stay in that delusion. They don't want to look at reality. And this is what men have been crying about in the dating stuff. Like you see all these videos about men stop going to clubs. Men haven't been doing this. Why aren't men asking out women no more? It's like, bro, it's D-Day in real life for men now at this point.
It's just too many rules. It's too many rules to the game. Mm-hmm. And even when there's instances where like
it's a lot. This is gonna be a long video, y'all. We ranting because we 30 minutes.
Go ahead and press play.
No, go ahead talk.
Go ahead.
No, get talking.
I lost my train of thought anyway.
You tell him how it is, right?
But he started it.
No. Hold on.
Let's
hear from Daddy.
Wigs are a disability. That's what you said. It's whatever disorder.
First of all, let me tell you,
that's a funny guy, not someone looking for love.
Okay, let's hear from Daddy. Go ahead, Daddy.
I do think, first of all, let me pause there because I didn't get a chance to comment on that sassy stuff, and y'all women just throw that word out and y'all attacking a man's gender preference. I don't think y'all understand that. It's really some bullshit.
They understand.
You know what I'm saying?
That's nothing to do with your gender preference.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
The common use of the word sassy, you are calling men, oh, you sassy? You just called a man. I don't know why you people think like Yeah, the word itself doesn't mean that no more. But we got to also understand there's what the word was originally used for and what the word is intended to be used as now. Prime example, the N-word, symbol of racism. The N-word used now for the black majority, N-word used now, symbol of endearment.
Because check this. If it was a man making this comment, would you say anything or would you expect it? Would you stop him or check him for making a comment on another woman's hair or weave or the way it looks?
Nope.
No, you expect that out of a... So why are you saying it towards him and you know that he's hetero? It's the intent behind it.
It's really some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
That has nothing to do with your gender preference.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means. It means you're acting feminine.
That is not what it means. Okay, you're acting feminine and you're being sassy does not mean that your preference of a man or a woman. I'm not talking about your sexual orientation and what you prefer. I'm saying your sass. Going back and forth with me right now, sassy. You're going back and forth. That's sassy.
Sweetheart, the only reason we're going back and forth because you're not listening.
You're not listening to me.
I am listening. I listen to you. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Okay? So just in case you didn't know, I'm educate you on from a man's perspective. When y'all say words like sassy, that's the equivalent of me calling you a dyke.
Oh,
like,
yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Sweetheart.
It literally is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Because BM ain't stopped him yet.
I'm telling you from a man's perspective.
No. Give me the word besides. Give me a word besides dyke, because I didn't call you. I didn't say any words.
You didn't even say sassy.
No.
You're saying sassy now.
Because I said that's why I responded that way, because I feel like when a man talks about things that can change, you can go and take a woman to the hair salon. I can take you to the gym. When you came out, I didn't pop the balloon because you had a stomach. My ex has a ball of belly. We like to eat. I don't talk about
wigs, weaves, accessories. You're fat.
Weight management.
You need to hit a gym. I just want my girl to know that there are good wigs and bad wigs. I don't care if she wears wigs. I just want her to know how to pick out a good wig. You're fat. Go hit the gym. Now, let's be real. Let's put those two statements on a table. Which one has offensive intent behind it? And I know y'all gonna be like, well, is that what she said? She told him to go hit the gym. He's not aesthetically pleasing to have the opinions that he has. Those are her words. What statement is rude?
People's appearance. If it's not for me, they're not for me. But I don't go around picking at men's physical appearance because I could take him to the gym. That's not a thing. You could take her to the hair salon. So even when I said that with you, you went back and forth with me. And I consider that very feminine when a man can't be a woman and let her express it. So you got to be a me too. You have to one up me. That's what you did. I consider that very feminine. When a man gives me that level of femininity, me as a woman, I feel like my femininity is attacked because you're not being masculine. You're being
masculine.
Let's let Danny finish his whole sentence. Let's let him finish. Yeah.
You gotta look at it. First of all, even on that, you gotta look at the situation that we're in. Everything that you think about me is an assumption. We have no clue of who that person is on the opposite of you, right? I don't know anything about you. You don't know anything about me. So if you say something, we don't have the opportunity. I'm looking for a match. So I have to either agree with what you're saying or change your mind instantly. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have the opportunity to talk and I can just listen, and you had already popped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, this is the only opportunity I have to either change your mind or leave an impression or something like that. So you calling it back and forth, it's a conversation. And it's a conversation with you having an assumption, a presumed assumption about me based on something like you consider as a joke. But yeah, I mean, I got to the point to where...
Well, I'm happy I know it was a joke.
Oh, lady, Let him finish his statement. Bro,
This
this is now back and forth because you're not letting him finish his statement. You're not letting him finish what he has to say. But the second he chimes in or says anything, it's him being sassy or zesty because he's going back and forth with the woman. But what are you when you're going back and forth with the man? Just listen.
we can't say what
Just
it is.
both sides need to listen. Just listen. That's it. If you can't have the conversation respectfully, then exit respectfully.
The wig thing, I'm gonna tell you, she said deal breaker. It's something like I wouldn't even approach. That's what the question. I feel like it doesn't have to be a deal breaker because once I'm in something, I'm in it. And I have suggested and like I'm gonna tell you something. This lady came in, and this lady mean ex. She came in, she had the wig on. And I was like, oh, why don't you just wear your natural hair? She was like, well, I'm supporting my cousin's business. I said, well, your cousin need to go out of business. If
Dang.
It's how you say it. Because when he said, oh, maybe you should wear your natural hair, that was a slight suggestion in hint, like, I don't like the wig. Okay, I can pick up on that. Fine, whatever. But you can support your cousin's business, but if your man is telling you like it don't look that presentable and look that good, you should switch it up. But a lot of women, they will consider it. I consider your suggestion, but I'm still gonna do whatever I want to do. Okay, so what happens afterwards, that's completely on you. So if you walk outside the house and somebody says something about your wig after I already hinted at you, like maybe you should probably wear your natural or try something different. That's on you. So whatever results you get outside this house, outside of me, you can't be mad at.
if that don't mean take that shit off, I don't know what else to tell you. And most of the time, it's not even about finances. Most of the time, I date up, or the woman is smarter than me, or make more money than me, or is something like this. So I listen, we pay attention because I have a skill set that helps people with their business. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of relationships I'm most likely to get in anyway. So we're not bickering back and forth. We're talking, we're learning, we're growing together. So it has nothing to do with money. That's why I said some things just can't be fixed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Chichi, you was one of the only girls that popped at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, for the wig thing, for the wig thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all the other girls was, they were trying to hear him out, but I feel like you set the pace. Obviously you popped. You was like, I'm not having it, and you stuck by whatever reasons you popped by, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that maybe you went too fast? Like you didn't really try to understand Danny?
No,
That's
I don't
crazy.
think I went too fast because at the end of the day, he just said we have a limited amount of time to like just present ourselves or get to know somebody and to really find a match. Like I didn't fly from LA to Phoenix to hear somebody try and be funny or comical. I flew to Phoenix to actually see five men who literally wanted to find love and wanted to actually be serious. If that's your introduction and your answer to something that's a deal breaker, and I understand his story is a bad wig, it's like, and then his rebuttal was, "Oh, she must have a bad wig." It's like, okay, you're not here for love. So to me, I'm not even about to do that.
Well, let me tell you something. So y'all had a couple that matched, right? This dude went. I think it was the episode or something or two right before mine. He presented himself. He pretty much begged for it. He said, "I got a house with a pool," and he was like, because it was
Yeah, that was
between him
Eric.
and
That was
somebody else.
Eric. That was Eric. Yeah.
It was between two. It was between him and another person. So when y'all did the follow up on it, she said he never made me laugh. That was her follow up. So you
Okay. That is true.
can't be come out there. It's just not a business situation. Women want men to be comical. They want to make you laugh. They want to, like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't say that to make anybody laugh. Yeah, I laughed at myself, but I was dead ass serious. If a woman's wig is crazy, I'm not even going to approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not there for a general purpose. I'm not there to make everybody happy. I'm there for one woman in the whole world, just one.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? And if a woman has a wig on and something that's not aesthetically pleasing to me, I'm not even gonna see if how she at this point in time. It's just gonna be like, all right, unless we come into some kind of situation to where like we get to know each other outside of that, or just like grows again is meant to be, then yeah. But if we're talking about just straight approach, that there's been people on there that pop that because the woman wore a hat that looked crazy. There's all kinds of you know what I'm saying? Like,
The back of your head is ridiculous. You got that Cam Newton hat. I know exactly what he's talking about, gang.
Oh.
Yeah, the back of your head is ridiculous.
Okay. That's taking it way back. OG
Yeah,
Crocodile
that's OG Crocodile
I can't
Dundee.
even fit that hat. I couldn't fit that hat the day I bought it. And I said, I know I shouldn't have been on Shein trying to buy no doggone fedora.
she had the one dread hanging. I watched this show like before I went on there. You understand what I'm saying? And if I had seen a woman whose wig was looking like that, I would have been. If I had opportunity, I'd have been like, yeah, no. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on the episode when I first was on, that's one thing that I looked at. Like the girl who came out from Texas, the second one, her stuff was lace. She looked good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at that when I look at somebody pictured on Instagram. The first thing I see is like their hair and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It just shows like a level of like that's.
How you take
It
care of
shows
yourself.
like how much attention to detail that they pay. That they, you know, they pay attention. Like they house, if they wig is, if they hair is laced and all that, their house is probably clean. Their body is clean. Their nails is done. Like, it's all cohesive. I look at that. I when I was broke, women ain't want to talk to me when I ain't had no haircut. My shoes were dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even get the I couldn't even get the opportunity. What's the difference?
They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that.
Mhm.
See, hey man, when Alex picked me, I was just rocking. I was rocking a fit that was comfortable to me.
Yeah, and then it didn't bother me. Like, I didn't care that he wasn't wearing design. I wasn't even wearing designer. Like, that stuff don't really matter. But like I said, it's certain things. Like, it's how you say it. And I understand, like, with men, they're very direct, and they're the way that they do things is very logical. And when women receive things, we put our emotions first instead of like wanting to listen or hear out what the person is saying. So it's just the differences between male and female interactions and us coming together having those conversations. That's what makes it difficult, because we're different by nature. But it can still work out. There are instances where a man, told a woman, like, this don't look like this and this don't look like that, and the women received it well, and vice versa. So I just think it's the difference between the people. It depends on the person.
Difference. I look crazy without a haircut. If I had came on there without a haircut, y'all probably would have popped as soon as I walked out.
And to
Like,
to add
Like
to
they
your
did
point as
Baltimore,
well,
and he had
Danny,
a
yeah,
haircut.
my wife Arlette knows how to present herself, right? And you
Amen.
think that if I see something that doesn't look right, I wouldn't tell her? Of course, I will always speak to her
Yeah.
if I see. So to Danny's point, right? Guys sometimes can see these things, and I feel like when a guy talks about it, some girls might not like the way that they're saying it, right?
And
It's
you know now
distasteful.
too. You now know too the
Right.
difference between a good and a bad wig.
I do.
I taught him. Well,
Right.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
just been paying attention, So
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I see something that's like,
So are you gonna attack Arlette for saying that there's a difference between a good and a bad wig? Are you gonna give Arlette that same feedback you gave Danny?
No, because it's coming from a woman, and so that'd be the problem. It's okay for a woman to tell you, "Oh, girl, your wig look bad," in all the ways, whether it's good or bad, how they say it. And sometimes, women will say it to be petty or be mean or be rude to each other and have malicious intent. But then there's men that are saying like, "Oh, like, I could see, like, hey, I could see your track in the back a little bit. Dang, boy, why you all up in my head? This, da, 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 da. Like, mind your business type stuff." And then people that aren't used to, women that aren't used to getting honest, genuine feedback from men or whatever, that's how they typically react. Or they don't care about a man's opinion. Women that don't care about men's opinion, they act like that.
like,
to your
yo,
woman.
Right.
right,
Go ahead.
but that's what Danny is. Just Danny is basically just trying to say there is, there's good standard of wigs and there's bad standard.
But I think this also kind of goes back to the fact that they're just not compatible. Like their sense of humors don't match.
Who?
Both
Me and
of you.
Chi-Chi?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Chi crazy because I actually think even when I watched the show, and you know what I'm saying, I think that me and Chi like she smoke, I smoke too. Like you know what I'm saying, like we didn't even get a chance to really like. That's the one thing I didn't like about that. You asked about my experience, man. The questions that I had, you would have made me seem like a genius. Y'all brains would have been working. Like I am
But
not
I have a
only first of all,
question. No.
let me tell you something. Not only am I a reader, I am a writer. Readers are leaders. Writers create the narrative. My whole thing is thought provoking. Yes, I may do it in a joking way, but that's what you're gonna get when you get into a relationship. That's what you're gonna get when in a certain situation. We nervous, man. If y'all think I'm joking and stuff, like we go back and look, man. I'm watching myself. Y'all don't even understand. My heart beating the whole time I'm up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nerve-wracking.
Everybody
You know what I'm
always
saying?
says that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do it with a smile. I said I'm going to have a smile on my face regardless. Like, I just went to the dentist and everything. So I'm going to have a smile on my face and everything. Like, regardless of what, I'm not going to go back. I could have, like, y'all think that's back and forth. I really could have said some stuff. Right. But I choose
But
not
why
to. And that's
didn't you? If you're
Because you exist. Because you exist. Because even with him not even saying what he really could have said, you still went to war. He didn't shoot a bullet. He didn't throw a grenade. He ain't even dropped them little envelopes they used to drop on cities before bombs happened. He didn't do none of that. He just talked about it on an interview about how he felt about the country, and you nuked him immediately.
I don't understand why some women want to go to those extremes with men. Like the way y'all nature and makeup is set up, that should only be energy towards another man. He shouldn't have to even bring himself to that level to go back and forth with you like that. He shouldn't.
And that's why I say that a lot of women these days are not ready for the type of interactions that men can truly give. Yes. Because men, if you give men the opportunity or you put us in a situation, we will say something that will make you want to, you feel me? And that's because we say it to other men. What you think all them little Call of Duty lobbies, when you see your man on a headset and he going off screaming, cussing, throwing controllers, guess what? It's not because the game is that good. It's because that's how serious trash talking be getting.
And then people be sitting up there wondering like, oh, dang, like he come off super crazy and aggressive. Well, obviously he interacts with mostly male throughout the day. And all that energy that he got, he about to give to you, not intentionally, but that's the nature that he's been in. That's the environment that he's been in.
And you know the sad part is, when you hear them dudes going off, cuss each other out, going off, everybody screaming, intense on the mic, like, do something. Oh, we threaten each other, all that. Guess what we gonna do? We gonna do right after. As soon as we done with that argument and we go to the next lobby, hey man, boot up another lobby. Yep. Because we love the game. That's what we live for. Now you start, bro, go look up some compilations of female gamers entering Call of Duty lobbies and chats and just listen to how
they talk.
And then as soon as you get in those comment sections, you'll see, I can't believe men are talking to her like that. I can't believe she had to experience that. Not all gamers are like that. Oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. But then when you look at a man in just a regular Call of Duty lobby, yup, you got him on that one. Oh, he cooked you on this one. Keep going. Oh, you should have said this. Man, blah, 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 blah. It's different. Y'all are not built to handle the intensity of the back and forths that men can do with each other.
You're not supposed to. We're not even supposed to be arguing like that.
It's some stuff. Right. But I choose not to.
But why didn't you?
Because
if you're looking for love, say the things that matter.
No, I'm talking about negatively. I didn't even get an opportunity. Like, you don't even know who I was. Y'all just
Wait,
y'all
Danny, I have a question for you.
What's up? Go ahead, ask.
Because You're so focused on the fact that I popped my balloon so quickly, but remember, I was at the end of the line. So by the time you got down to me, you had went back and forth with like every single girl, like
About
back
skydiving.
and forth. Like you couldn't take what somebody said. Like that's the one thing that I do not like. And
He was getting popped on because he didn't want to go skydiving. And the girls kept saying, I love everything about you. You're my type of guy. I would date you. But because you don't want to go skydiving, I can't. I want to go skydiving in the future.
Okay, go skydiving by yourself.
No, I'm saying,
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, so this is a fallacy you're trying to make right now. He wasn't going back and forth. The women kept popping on him because they wanted him to go skydiving, and he kept telling them, that's the one thing I don't want to do is go skydiving.
It would have been a double-edged sword regardless, because if he would have went in there and not said anything at all, you, the type of woman you probably are, you probably would have popped. I don't like that you didn't defend yourself. I don't like that you just let them say whatever
just
they
look
want to
at
say.
how she interacted with the other guys that came out. There's a reason why you didn't get a match either. What are we talking about?
did not like about you. You went back and forth with everybody. As friends, me and Danny could probably be friends. Today, I will probably want to drop kick you.
Chichi, do you
That's
class that
crazy.
as going back and forward, how he was interacting with the girls?
Communicating.
Every single one of them.
I feel like some of them, he was just joking around. They were just having like friendly banter and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, apparently it's Southern banter, which I was led to
She
to
said, I've got West
believe.
Coast banter.
Right, so,
No,
you know.
No, don't put her on us.
Arlette,
No.
that's that. No.
Hey, no. It's not West Coast banter. We don't claim none of that.
Mm-mm.
No.
We can take jokes out here. We roast each other.
Yeah. No. Even right now, y'all looked at this first 20 minutes of me and Alice having that little conversation about how to appropriate say something.
That was banter.
Yeah. The husband is just so mean to the wife.
That was banter, bro.
You know what we're gonna do after this? We're gonna dap up, we're gonna give a kiss, and we're gonna get something to eat.
It's not. It's like it's banter. Like we don't take none of this stuff to heart.
Why does he call her bro?
Because he's my bro.
Appreciate you, bro. That's my dog for real. Me and Alex really be out here. Oh, I can't say that. We not no demons. Hey!
What did I do? What did I do?
No, I'm gonna leave it in there. Cause y'all need to know she a thug.
Jamaican and Nigerian. I don't have East Coast or West Coast banter. I have.
You sound crazy.
My
man.
family is very crazy and we don't sugarcoat things, okay? So
But
it's
I'm
like to
supposed to
me,
sugarcoat stuff.
Okay.
But I'm supposed to do the same thing.
Danny, I'm a woman. Stop comparing yourself to me.
Oh,
Oh, double standards!
she's pandering.
Double standards!
Hit the button. Hit the button.
I can talk crazy, you can't. I can insult you, you can't. I can talk about how you look, you can't.
She threatened him too. Drop kick is crazy. But if a man said I would drop kick you, lock him up. Harassment in communications, lock him up.
This is modern dating. Welcome to it. I'm sorry, man.
Stuff. But I'm supposed to do the same thing.
Danny, I'm a woman. Stop comparing yourself to me.
No, sweetheart.
Like,
Sweetheart.
I'm not about to keep doing this. Like, as a man and a woman, we're not going to keep saying me too. Like, I hate Mr. Me Too.
No, it's not a me
Well, we can do
too.
Me Too
If
all
you're
day.
It is a me
wrong-
too. You just said, I'm doing it. I was doing the same thing. Like, let me have it as a
No,
woman.
I
Like,
didn't
you
say
can't
I
let me
was
have
doing
it.
it.
No.
Y'all pop my balloon. I ain't let you have shit. If
He tired of you. He tired of you.
Is he wrong?
No, it's just like, let me have it. I'm a woman. They let you have a lot because you're a woman. Clearly, no, bro.
if we was in a relationship or something, I might let you have it. If we
But
was,
that's what I'm
if
saying. That's another thing. Like, another thing I don't like is how you treat any woman is also important. Like, I want a man that respects all women, not just me.
so I was disrespectful.
Look at Danny face.
Are you respecting him?
No.
Did all those women respect him? Some.
Some of them. I don't think there was. I
Did
don't
he
think there was
disrespect
crazy.
any of those women?
No.
No. You felt disrespected for a woman that you didn't even know.
Maybe him saying like, oh, she probably got a bad wig, but that was a joke.
That was a joke.
That was a joke, but she didn't
Yeah.
take it as a joke. So
just because her sense of humor sucks, he's subtly offensive now.
that could be towards anything.
So because a comedian cracks a joke and his whole stand-up is his fans want to interact, because there's comedians that their whole show is based on their fans insulting them, and then they crack jokes with the fans. But the fans are there willingly to insult because they want that feedback.
Yeah.
There is literally comedians that their fan base want to get roasted. So they'll come in wearing their worst fits. They'll come in looking as bummy as possible, and they'll be like, roast me, roast me. There's literally comedians that do that for a living. Are they offensive now?
It depends. It's between there's a difference between a fan and a heckler.
Well,
So-
I'm yeah. That's why I'm saying they're fans.
Okay.
If I was talking about heckler, I would have said heckler.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So important. Like, I want a man that respects all women, not just me.
So I was disrespectful.
I want no. In some things I feel like you were. Like, the thing is, not it might be funny to you, but it's not funny to somebody else. Okay? The things
what
I
was I
said, people might
disrespectful
not
on?
think it's funny. Whatever it is, it might rub some people the wrong way. To each his own. However,
What
it may
was I
go. What?
disrespectful on? What was I disrespectful on? If I
So
was
you
disrespectful,
don't
just stand out
Answer
of
the
your mind. Give me
question.
one.
see.
If I was
This is the same
disrespectful,
thing you did when we were talking back and forth on the show. Like, you asked me what was the woman's mama's name when you said her mama had a bad wig too. It ran in the family. And then when I brought it up at the end of our conversation, you said what was her mama name. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. I'm not about to sit here and point every conversation you have.
You just made the claim that he was disrespectful. He asked you, at what point was I being disrespectful? And now you're upset. That's like you calling me a thief. And I ask you, what proof do you have that I stole? And you say, I'm not about to do this with you. You're making a claim that I'm stealing. What did I steal? I don't care about none of that. You try to gaslight me, blah, blah, blah. Don't do it.
You're moving the goalposts.
You called me a murderer. Who did I kill?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to do this with you.
If you make the accusation, you gotta have claims to go with it.
Exactly. Because what you're doing is you're making a baseless claim.
Yep.
You're a terrible father. What kid said that? Do you know my kids? I don't gotta know your kids just to know you're a terrible father. Have you seen my kids? Have you seen my interaction with my kids? Have you talked to my baby mama? No, but I just know the type of man you are. But then the baby mama be like, nah, we co-parent great. You just chatting.
Through every person. This
Because
is
it
what
didn't
you did,
exist.
and it did exist. Just because I'm not sitting here pulling up Pop the Balloon recaps of everything that you said because I don't have time or give a fuck enough, but I'm stating my opinion.
Recap your
Okay?
experience.
I feel like
That
you
was
went back and forth too
disrespectful.
much. I don't even have a wig. That's the crazy part. Like, we're talking about wigs, and I have locks, okay?
Right, so
I
you're not.
have locks.
It's got
So
nothing
the
to do
thing
with
That's
you.
is,
what
I'm
blew a
not.
lot of people in the comments.
But
Right,
you
like
a
it had
lot of
nothing to.
people because I don't like when men talk about beauty. Like, men, you not getting your nails done. You not.
Why they not? Who said they not?
Well,
They get their feet done. Some men get their nails done. Yeah, that's your thing.
I ain't got no comment for that.
Why? But why is that? Why are those things exclusively only for women? Pampering and
I
taking
don't
care
think
of
this
yourself.
is. I don't think this is the.
I'm not saying the nails. I'm just saying like taking care of yourself in general.
Okay, there you go. Clean that up.
Yeah, I'm just talking about taking care of
I
yourself. in
can't. I
general.
can't support that argument. I don't believe in getting your nails colored and all that stuff. I don't believe in that.
No, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
You could get your feet. Your
No, I get.
calluses
I get
and
what
all
you're saying. I'm just
but-
saying that argument was a very that was a very interesting pathway. I had to look at it and be like, is this a fight worth fighting for? And I'm like, nah.
Not getting your hair done. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Move on. Talk about other things. Like, I feel like if you come in here for love, I'm gonna stand on what I said. If you're coming here for love, saying a deal breaker is a wig is like, what the fuck?
So Chichi,
Like,
I have a question.
I didn't fly to
So some of the
Phoenix to hear you
comments,
say you don't
Chi-Chi.
like bad wigs. Like,
Hold on,
go
Chichi, I got a comment. So in the comments on Instagram and I think also on YouTube, they were like, Oh, how did Chi Chi get upset that he's commenting about wigs, but she personally attacked his weight?
Weight and everything, right?
I didn't pop because of his stomach. I popped because of what he said, not because of how he looked.
You still attacked
Listening,
him.
listening skills. Listening skills. Remember what I said in that last video? That when people ask a general question, you know somebody's finna cap because they won't address the question directly. They'll start creating like little avenues and scapegoats to tap dance around the question. Listen to the question again. Just listen to the question again.
Oh, how did Chi Chi get upset that he's commenting about wigs, but she personally attacked his weight?
Weight and everything, right?
I didn't pop because of his stomach. I popped.
We didn't ask why you popped.
They asked, how are you upset when you attacked him for his weight?
Nobody asked why you popped. You see that? Come on now. Hey, tap in.
Personally attacked his weight.
Weight and everything, right?
I didn't pop because of his stomach. I popped because of what he said, not because of how he looked. He came out there and said, women with bad wigs is a mental disability at this point. Oh, she got a bad
I'm
wig.
like, bro, is that a freeze frame?
That's what he said. And that's what I responded to.
No, I didn't. I
That is
said
what you said. Would
everybody.
you like me to play the clip?
No, I said.
now you
I
got
didn't.
time.
Now you can
Now
pull
you
up
got
clips.
time to pull it up. But when
Now
they ask how was he disrespectful, you can't pull it up.
When it's to prove his point, I'm not finna do that. When it's to prove your point, I'll do it right now.
Manipulated.
This is dating. This is dating.
Didn't see you. So if I said this in the comments, if I had to say I don't like women with dirty feet and you pop, what else is I supposed to think? I didn't look to see who popped and said, oh, she got a bad. I didn't even look that way. I'm talking to Arlette.
Exactly. So, I don't have a bad wig. So, anyway.
All right, then. So the joke on you.
There is no joke on me. I said what I said.
Remember when I said that there was 3 routes that this video could go?
Danny gonna crash out.
Danny coming out on top right now.
I don't like when men talk about women's beauties
Wait,
in a certain
the beauty
trying
is
to be
for the
a
man.
high woman.
The
Like,
beauty is for the man.
No, the beauty is for us. The beauty is for us to feel good and love ourselves, and beauty is for us to explore, okay? It doesn't make you beautiful, but it makes you feel beautiful.
How's that been loving yourself by yourself? How's that been?
The beauty's for us. It's not for y'all. And because it's for us and not for y'all, you are not allowed to have a comment on it. But then you want a guy to praise it. So we can't have a comment on your beauty and say the flaws we see. But you also want, what do they call it? Words of affirmations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You want us to compliment and praise it and tell you when you look good. But we are not allowed to talk about when it looks bad.
Because just because you love it don't mean I gotta like it.
Hey, where that dude that his name is like pandering something?
He
Hey
gonna
man,
come.
hey, don't forget to comment, bro. I'm gonna heart your comment, gang. I know you in here. He probably going crazy. He probably he going stupid in these comments right now.
And beauty is for us to explore, okay? It doesn't make you beautiful, but it makes you feel beautiful.
So I'm gonna ask you a
And
question.
beauty is for us to feel good. It's not for you and it's not about you, but we love when y'all like it. But
So
stop
women,
picking
so
at
women,
it.
so
If you
women
want
don't.
to worry about wigs, go wear one.
No, that's dumb. But so women don't like it
No,
when
what's
men
dumb
get.
is you saying that your deal breaker is a bad wig and it's a mental disorder.
So women don't like it when men get haircuts. They don't be like, "Ooh, that's a nice haircut." That's not. They
But if
don't think
somebody
it's.
asks me as a woman what my deal breaker is in finding love, I'm not going to say, oh, a man with a bad haircut.
You're not
not
answering.
asking
Because he
you.
needs to
He's
know
not
when
asking that.
his hairline is
man.
going
He's
back.
asking about women
But
in
that's
general.
what you guys are missing. Different strokes for different folks. I don't need to fit into the box of what every woman thinks of what every woman has to be.
Are you saying that
That's why every
what I
woman
mean.
doesn't
guys?
think the way you
Are you
think.
saying that guys can't comment on
I'm
beauty?
not lonely, though, so you be all right.
I didn't say you're lonely. I just,
Okay, then. Mind your business.
Chicha, are you saying that guys should not comment on girls' beauty?
But Danny's the disrespectful one. And I feel like he could have crashed out on the show, but out of respect for BM and Arlette, he didn't go that far.
Hey, I'll say this, ladies. If you are afraid of saying what's going on right now because you don't want to be called a pick me, I will give you the Kite's protection shield. So go ahead and comment what's going on right now. The Kite protection shield will last for the next 48 hours. If anybody calls you a pick me, not only will I send the goons, we'll be blocking and banning those people to protect you. So right now you got immunity to call her out for what she is. If these heathens and these people that want to live in this blind obscurity don't want y'all to call a fellow sister out like y'all should be able to for this insanity, if they come and attack you in the comments, we are smoking them. I got you. You got 48 hours of immunity right now. Call her out and call what it is, because this right here is delusion. You guys getting Kite protection for 48 hours. After that, I can't afford it. I got other videos to record.
But girls can comment on guys'
I
looks
feel
and
like
haircut and
in a
everything.
distasteful manner, you should not. No, you shouldn't. Because let me be personally very frank with y'all. You shouldn't.
If she
Talk
couldn't,
about what
if she can't afford it, and that's like if you talk about a person that's down and out, then yeah. But I wasn't even talking about a person. I just said in general. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even, like I said, I'm not there to date
But
generally women,
why? Like, why is that such a
sweetheart.
thing that it's like, so you have to,
If
like,
you would
why?
listen,
I
you have,
listened.
I'm
I
gonna tell
heard.
you,
You keep
I'm gonna
repeating
tell you,
yourself.
no,
Come on.
sweetheart.
How is it that he keep repeating himself and somehow you haven't caught on to it at all? That makes it even worse. If he's been repeating himself this entire time and it still hasn't clicked with you, that he feels like he has to repeat it again, maybe the problem's you. Maybe it's you.
Listen to understand and not to rebuttal.
I have to repeat myself because you don't let me get from 1,
Sir,
2, and 3.
sir, because you repeating yourself and you think because you're asking me to listen to you repeat the same thing to prove your point. You said what you said
Ooh.
about women's aesthetics, and I said what I said about your aesthetics because you are so aesthetically focused. And I said that because I feel like it's shallow. Even women running around here talking about man's hair core or a man that's too short. You probably missing out on your short king. That's all I'm saying.
Wait,
You
wait, 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 wait.
Didn't you do the
Didn't
same
you
thing?
reject some guys off of some shallow stuff?
Yes.
Hold on real quick, peoples. Hold on real quick. Hold up. We talk about shallow, right? Ain't this you?
Your balloon.
I'm trying not to go off the whole initial attraction thing, so I want to hear everyone out. And then the more I heard, and I'm also blind, so I couldn't see. So as he started to get closer, I started to see, and I was like, okay, I'm good. It was just like they started the hoop earring, then just certain things. And I was like, wait, what? I couldn't see any of that. So to each his own, but I think you got your own personality, your own style. I love it. It's just not for me.
Okay. Got it.
Ain't that shallow? Because that has nothing to do with him as a person. And you didn't see any of this, but as he got closer, you start to see it and not like him based off of his earrings and his style. Isn't that
other women were saying?
Yeah, over what other women were saying. Is that not you being shallow? Am I wrong? Is that not shallow? Because
No.
you didn't say his responses like you gave him. You told him his responses. You told Danny his responses. You told this guy it was because of, he smoked weed. And you also popped on this guy because he can't cook. And that he was fine with not being able to cook. So what are we really talking about, gang?
Running around here talking about man's hair core or a man that's too short. You probably missing out on your short king. That's all I'm saying. You focus on the wrong shit, Danny. That's all I'm saying.
And you rejected a man because of his style. It's not for you, right? Not everything else that the man did, right?
So
That's it. There's nothing deeper than that. Y'all making it too deep. You focus on the wrong thing. That was my reason. I'm like, is he serious? So that would is you serious?
okay, that's fine.
Like that's it. Like y'all making it
That's
deeper than
cool.
what it is. I said what I
That's
said because of
cool.
what you said. It's aesthetics. We talking about aesthetics. Let's talk.
Why is she bucking at the camera like
Like
that,
goodness
bro?
gracious.
That's not very feminine. That wasn't very feminine. It's a very masculine conversation. I see your veins coming out your neck. I see you look swole. Brutus. What we talking about? Didn't she say women need to be feminine and men need to be masculine? Does this look very feminine to y'all?
Like, that's it. Like, y'all making it
That's
deeper than
cool.
what it is. I said what I
That's
said because of
cool.
what you said. It's aesthetics. We talking about aesthetics. Let's talk.
Is that a very feminine interaction? Look at the neck. Look at the veins coming out the neck, boy.
What it is. I said what I
That's
said because of
cool.
what you said. It's aesthetics. We talking about aesthetics. Let's talk.
You could tell, who's very like flustered and frustrated from the conversation, because although Danny has like had his crashed out moments and stuff like that, he seems very composed and poised. Like he seems unbothered from it, other than when obviously she's cutting him off. He lets it go.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a stack. If we was in public and somebody was talking to you like that, what's the first thing that's happening when somebody doing all that? Like, let's talk, like all that. What is the first thing that you do?
If it was her talking to me like that, or like,
If
or
it was
any,
just
any
a random person
woman,
talking to you
or a
like
random
that,
person,
it don't matter. What's the instinctive thing that you're doing?
oh, we sliding. We sliding because your aggression, your tone, your gestures, your demeanor, it's coming off like you want to fight. So, yeah.
What are we talking about?
But he'd be wrong if he gave the same. That's what I'm saying.
If I start going out, it's like, what's up then? Like, what's up? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, if you want to talk about aesthetic, like, what's up? Like, what do you think the headlines are gonna be? KiteZz, YouTuber, abusive towards his woman. Look at all the. What are we talking about?
Like, goodness gracious.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, because you pissing me off.
Okay,
Been
Chichi,
pissed the whole
what's your
video.
type?
My type is a masculine, strong, leading man that leads, that
Okay.
allows me to thrive in my femininity. Like, it's just like when you have to go back and forth with a grown man, to some point your masculinity starts coming out because you feel defensive.
You don't have
So
to. You
I don't
choose
like
to.
when men make me feel defensive to the point where my femininity is threatened and I can't just be feminine and calm and happy. Like, he likes a woman that he even said it on the show that is a little mean to him. I don't like that because that right there puts me in a
You've been 28 minutes of being mean, gang. You've been 28 solid minutes of being mean. I'm not gonna cap with you.
In the conversation, you could still be passionate about what you're talking about, but it's how you're choosing to go about the conversation. Like, at the end of the day, y'all don't know each other, so you allowing him to piss you off that bad.
And just look at your mannerisms versus his mannerisms.
It's like
he
you
been
can
called
tell-
he been called majority of this video,
Yeah.
bro. You man.
space that I don't like to be in, a space as a Black woman that I don't thrive in,
All right,
having
bro.
to survive or feel like I have to be combative or I have to defend myself. I don't like that from a man, especially a Black man. I don't
Aaron.
like it. So for me, it's a man that makes me feel safe, not just somebody who can protect me and fight, somebody who protects my feelings, my emotions, like all of those things. So it's like when you can't even just
Would it be any different if a white man said it to you? When y'all do this as a Black woman and as a Black man, bro, race ain't got nothing to do with it. Because if a white man was to say it, would you give him the same energy?
They did a study. Y'all can look this up. I don't know if it's like it's not an official study. It was more like they did like a big survey on like it was like they asked a whole bunch of Black men. It's like, what group of people have you suffered the most abuse from? And it was Black women. It was Black women. If y'all know what I'm talking about, somebody linked that mug. It was like an interview. It's like an interview thing that they did. It was on somebody's Instagram page.
It goes both ways because we treat each other bad.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is, you want a man to do all this, but look at how you treat your men.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. It's not about, because we can go back and forth. Everybody can say the same thing. white people can say, oh, black people are more aggressive to white people. Just like black people can say white people are more aggressive to white people. But you don't hear white people saying black people need to defend white people. Hispanic men, a lot of Hispanic women complain that Hispanic men are abusive. A lot of black Hispanic men say that Hispanic women are too aggressive. But you don't hear suddenly that like, oh, I feel like I have yet to see these videos of our Hispanic men need to do a better job protecting us. I have not seen those videos yet. And it's probably because my algorithm ain't showing it. Not saying it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. But to the side, this is like you punching a guy and him punching you back and y'all getting a fist fight. But then you start fighting a random stranger and you look at the guy you just fought like, dang, why ain't you helping me?
Because you started to fight. You provoked it.
We just fought each other. Now you're fighting somebody else and you want me to have your back? You're my op. Like, that's how it is going right now.
Express yourself and a man take it in and receive it and comfort you or just make you feel like, you know what, I understand where you come from. At least understanding. That's my attraction. A man's mind over how he looks.
And Danny, what's your type?
Well, since this was being overlooked, like I said, I like a woman's mindset who's allergic to giving up. It was just the first thing that I said. I like a woman that has words of affirmation, a woman that's consistently in your corner, because this world gets dark. I've been through a lot. I've been in situations where I'm by myself. I look to the left, I look to the right, nobody's there. You understand what I'm saying? So this next relationship, when I look to the left, I look to the right, nobody's there. I want to know that she's right behind me. She puts her hands on the shoulder and says, keep pushing, King. Yeah. That's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to what she says. I'm attracted to her understanding my mission, my goal. Attraction, their physical attraction, is one of the last things on my list because I'm from Atlanta. All these women are beautiful. But what's in your mind? The first thing that opens up your mouth. How can we handle a situation when we are talking, when we are upset? Because most of the time, like how she is right now, if she gets upset, I'm not going to say anything because then it's going to seem like a back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? So I like the inside of a woman, and that's what I stand on. All the relationships I've been in are because we have great conversations. I've been married before. Every time we got into a disagreement, we would be on the phone for like 4 and 5 hours figuring out. That's why we got married in the first place, because we understood how to figure things out. When you get into a relationship with me, the one thing that I do get complimented on is the way I communicate and how I listen, because I understand. I've built organizations that have 15 to 20 people. You don't do that if you can't listen, you can't understand with everybody. True. I've been prophesized to be a preacher. I just preached a week before, right after we came out of there, at a brand new church. You can't do that if you don't.
Hey, brother, not saying that I don't support you, gang, but you gotta get rid of that profanity out your dialogue if you're gonna be preaching the gospel, man. You gotta start cleaning it up, man. You gotta clean it up. All right, clean up.
Don't listen if you don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, I like to have fun. Yes, I like to joke. So she definitely had to have a sense of humor. But when it comes down to the nitty and gritty, my type is from the inside out, and I don't budge on that. You understand what I'm saying? But that's it. Like, we got to listen.
It's so funny you say you listen and you know, all these things, but when I was expressing how I felt, one of your responses was, I see why you're single. How would you like it if I said, I see why you're divorced? I see why you're single.
I knew she was going to do that.
This is coming from the same person that said, this is coming, and I quote, from the same person that said, you are too aesthetically unpleasing to sit there and have that many opinions. What is it? You're too unesthetically unappealing to be sitting there having opinions like that. The same person that basically called him ugly and fat. In his response to saying, I want a girl that knows the difference between a good wig and a bad wig. It's the same person. You're coming off kind of like a hypocrite.
see why you're single. How would you like it if I said, I see why you're divorced? I see why you're single. You
I
see
mean,
what
that's
I'm
your
saying with the
observation.
the back and forth and like it's like you have to one up and you have to win. Like that right there is something that is absolutely like such a turn off to me as a woman. And that's the same exact thing that you're doing now, the same exact thing you did on the show. You have to one up and you have to win. That right there was the reason I didn't like you. And that right there is
Well,
the reason why I wasn't attracted to you. And then on top of that, it's just like, look at what you just said. Do you hear what you just said? Do you hear how powerful the woman that you want and how you want to feel sounds? But you went on the show and you were being a funny guy. Even though you have a personality, there's such a way to turn it off and on.
Why does he have to turn it off?
So you want him to be a selective version of himself? You don't want the genuine 100% complete package of the man. You want the parts that make you feel good of the man. So he should only, it goes back to what she was saying about, oh, like, beauty's not for y'all, but we love when you guys like it though. So it's not for you to have an opinion on it, but if your opinion's positive, I welcome it.
If beauty is not for men, who created the standards then? Of what's beautiful and not beautiful to the opposite sex? Who created the standards? Because women not saying, "Oh, girl, you look good in that. You got to look good like this to get a man." Men are gonna say, "I like you in this, 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 and this. This is what makes you look good. This is what has your best attributes. So I'm gonna set the standard of what I want my woman to look like. This."
Hey, you can't talk about this because you're married,
bro.
You don't have an opinion.
Obviously, the way I look, I got a beanie on indoors. Okay.
I guess they want you to just be. They don't understand that cold weather happens. It'd be cold out here.
And I can wear whatever the freak I want to wear.
Want to know why she can wear whatever the freak she want to wear? Because she got a husband that's going to slap anybody in the mouth if they got something to say about it. I wish somebody would come up to Alex and tell her to change something. Boy. Don't. Boy.
That is still being conveyed.
My wife
and
can dress how she want to dress because I let her dress
serious
like
or standing on business about what you want. Nobody knows what you wanted. All we're gonna remember is the funny guy. Like
she made her camera die rambling. She's not speaking for the majority right now.
Like it's like, are you being a comedian or are you here to find love? Like you have to find a balance. Life is about balance at the end of the day. You can squint your face up all you want to what I'm saying, and it also
let's be
goes
all
to
the
what
way
I'm saying.
honest with
Like
you.
you missed the one up. Go ahead.
Let me go be all the way 100. When I just said what I said, that's why you sing it. That was just me giving up. 2, I'm gonna be all the way 100 with y'all. When the first girl popped my balloon, when I said I didn't want to skydive and stuff like that, I was done. We could have stopped the show right then and there.
Right.
Like that's when I first came out. I seen her. I said, "Oh, that's who I want." She was the first one to pop before I even got to the bag wig stuff. So it's like I didn't care what I said then. You understand what I'm saying? So this just being all the way 100 with you. So it's like, okay, yeah, I can be a comedian or whatever, but part of my personality is humor. You know, a wise man can fake being dumb, but a dumb man can't fake being wise. So
Okay.
Is a form of intelligence. If you don't get that, I mean, that's just on you. You understand what I'm saying? When you go back and watch the first show, I'm asking, like, what progressed you in a relationship that's going to make this work? We never got to this point. You understand what I'm saying? So that when she said, is she your type? After you popped the balloon, you not my type. But they just kept coming down. So it's like, okay, this how I act when there's nothing there. If we just friends or I don't even know you and stuff like that, I'm just not going to let you just come and say whatever you want to say. I don't care.
But you don't see a problem with that.
Sweetheart.
And the sad part is, this woman has a platform and she has an audience. Now, I'm not saying what their audience is there for. I don't know. But she has a platform and an audience that is going to echo chamber this, and they're not going to say what it really is. I bet you if she went on a live stream right now and showed this interview and talked with her fans about this interview, I assure you that majority are going to agree with everything she's saying. And they're not even gonna take into account that the same thing that she's saying also could negatively impact you if she made the rules. But because you're a fan, you're ignoring it.
And that's what happens when you don't think for yourself and you're easily influenced and swayed. A lot of people don't realize social media, the whole purpose and intent is to influence you to do things that you normally would not do.
Hard. At that point, that point in
But
situation.
you just said, but listen to what you're saying. Like, you couldn't even respect the women's time in the line.
Sweetheart.
You said you just said when the sky was like, I know, sweetheart, stop sweethearting me. Thank you.
Stop cutting
You just
off.
said when the first woman who was.
So now he can't say sweetheart no more.
No, because it's offensive now. It's triggering her. It been trigger her. She just now saying it.
He can't. So he can't.
You can't say sweetheart.
Danny, at this point, bro, you're just not allowed to speak.
And he's not saying it in a condescending way. What else he's supposed to call you?
Was your type, the one you want to pop the balloon, you could have shot the show right there. I didn't care. And then you took it as to go back and forth and just whatever. You didn't care. I didn't. You pop my balloon. I don't like you. Even if somebody doesn't think you're their type and you still think they're beautiful, you can't none of y'all was my type. When y'all got up to my blind ass.
Woman.
When y'all got to my blind ass, none of y'all was my type. But I didn't sit there and feel the need to make you like whatever. I don't care.
You couldn't. I complimented every single woman down the line.
You couldn't what?
I compliment. You can't make me feel like I don't know what you was about to say, but I complimented.
That's what I'm saying. You couldn't.
Woman.
You just have to win. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Now that's gonna be the thumbnail since you want to be looking like that and acting like that. Screenshot it. Screenshot it. Now the narrative holds true to the picture.
Caught lacking on the block. It's unfortunate.
No sense.
It's unfortunate. Caught lacking on the block.
You couldn't. You gotta come back to everything. Sassy ass.
I complimented every single woman. Watch your mouth when you talk to me, Shawty. Like, you getting out.
I said sassy. I ain't call you a dyke like you wanted to call me.
He didn't call you that. No way.
He said it's equivalent to calling you that.
He didn't even call you that.
All right.
You compare sassy to dyke.
Okay. All right, guys. So.
Hey man, look, I'm be dead ass serious. Like, yo, Chi, like, watch how you talk to me, Shawty. Like,
no, you need to watch how you want me to watch how I talk to you, but you're not talking the way a respectful man talks. But you want me to respect you. It goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? Like, you feel like because you from Atlanta, oh shorty, like, oh, when y'all could have just did this, y'all could have just that. Oh, you popped my balloon. I ain't gonna . Like, take responsibility for yourself. Stop worrying about me.
Are we watching the same episode? What?
No, we're not. Apparently.
What's happening?
I'm not gonna cap. She has somehow created arguments that have never even been stated and then used those arguments to justify her point. So what she did basically was like how people say like, oh yeah, down on my block, it gets down. We have a lot of people getting jumped every day. But then you go look at her block and her neighborhood and there's no record of any jumping. But because she said it, now she's using that to fact check everybody. That's basically what she just did. She created an imaginary argument that was never even created and then been like, and that's why you were arguing that point earlier. But that argument never existed. And now she feels justified. Yup, he proved me right when he was arguing that point yesterday, but that conversation never even happened.
And the point of her saying like, you want me to respect you, but you haven't respected me, I think is completely false because she came in
calling him sassy and everything.
Just guns blazing. And then when he tried to tell you like, listen, when women say this to men, this is how it comes off. He never called her specifically a dyke. He said, you calling me sassy is
the equivalent
to me calling you a dyke.
Yeah, you
Because the intent behind the word today is used as a weapon against men to de-emasculate them and talk about their sexual preference.
And my response is to you as a person.
So everyone that comes on the show, there's a reason why they're coming on the show, to find love. People come on the show because they are single, right? So that question when they ask why are you single or whatever, it hurts so much, so many people, like it gets to them. But the reality is you're single, and everybody has issues within themselves that they need to work on, right? Everybody does. And I feel like a lot of people do not want to admit that. So they use a different type of method to back away from it. No, the reality is everybody has to work on things. And if people are telling you something, right, that they can see how you act, sometimes you need to think and rewatch yourself and kind of reevaluate yourself. And maybe that's why things are happening this way. Or maybe that's why I'm single. And a lot of people don't want to get to that stage because they don't want to self-reflect.
He's talking about you. Why you shaking your head?
Yeah, you agreeing. He's not talking to Danny.
He's not talking to Danny. That's why Danny not making eye contact.
Yeah, he's not. This message is not hitting Danny because this is not who this is directed at. Because if anything, he hasn't got to get his points off.
At all.
He talking to you, gang.
So you have to start reflecting on yourself. So there you go. Truth of the matter is, everybody needs to work on themselves. If you're looking for love, you have to. And for instance, right, me and my wife,
Danny was standing
He
still.
checked-
we adapt to
out.
each other. We're always adapting, right? And we're always working through things. We are one. We're not two, we're one. That's what marriage is.
That's what makes it harder.
Come together to be one, right? There's things that when we started dating, there's things that she did that would annoy me. There's things that I did that would annoy her, right? But it's not like, oh, we are at war with each other. We're trying to find a peace to balance each other out and adapt. We adapt to each other and we work through things.
Danny's reaction right now is the reaction that in black culture, I can say every black man that has siblings or that has parents, every black man that's mother's been in the household and you got sisters, we've all been at this point.
Stone faced.
Because there's a lot of times where I would sit there and talk about what I'm going through, and it would somehow get that what I'm going through or the problem I'm having would get flipped against me. And at this point, it's like now I gotta hear a lecture, but about something that you understood that I was trying to tell you.
But then people wonder why men don't come to women about anything.
And the only thing that comes after this is a parent going, "Look at me when I'm talking to you." And now I gotta look at you, but you've already disconnected from me in the conversation. You completely missed my point. You didn't hear me out. And so now in my mind, the thing is, I'm like, what is the point of this conversation if you're not gonna understand me?
I feel that.
And now I gotta look at you and I gotta listen to your feedback, but you've already showed me you did not acknowledge my feelings or my thoughts. Every black dude goes through this, bruh. Whether it be your mama, your brother, your sister, your teacher, every black dude go through exactly what Danny go through. This is a universal feeling. I can't speak for everybody else because I'm not everybody else. I'm a black man.
I mean,
This right here, I swear, this is, bro, I felt this. Because it's like, and you see her, she's getting comfortable. Right. Like she's been justified this whole time. You are not the victor in this conversation.
And I feel like a lot of people don't want to work through things. They just want to go, just start arguing and just, that's where we go wrong. So we need to understand each other. I hope that you both can be able to find peace, with each other. I hope you both can speak to each other after this podcast. I do not like when people get super annoyed with each other and they,
Start arguing.
Yeah, it's like that's not That's not
Yeah.
what we want to see on
It's
the
not what
show.
we're here for
Right.
either.
Right. I feel like you're both.
And now he got to listen to the lecture about treating people right. And he didn't disrespect her. That's the crazy part. When you got to listen to that lecture about doing better, like when when somebody got in trouble with the substitute, and now the teacher going off on the whole class.
Oh yeah, that used to piss me off.
And you wasn't even one of the kids that caused the problem. Your name wasn't even on a list of people that pissed the substitute off. And now you got to listen to the whole lecture about how the class knows better, and you didn't even do nothing.
Great people individually. So, what do you both have to say to each other, now that we're about to end this podcast?
Danny's gonna be stoic.
Do you want to continue, Danny, or do you?
Well,
What?
Oh, now he get the floor to speak.
if we could take away something from this, I want you to feel like, don't think communication or expression from a man is like combative. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, when you listen and you allow me to talk to you, you're very beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're intelligent, and I know that you are listening to every word and taking it in. So if I'm not being defensive or trying to explain myself, I'm just talking to you, just communicating with you. I think that we could have got further in the situation. So I think you're a very beautiful woman. Good luck with your podcast. I'm going to support it. You wouldn't be able to stop
Thank
me from
you.
supporting it. To be honest with you, you have a great personality, and I feel, you know what I'm saying, that moving forward in life, that, I mean, it's big things for both of us, especially for you, because you got that fire in you. You're a warrior. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I look at you like a superwoman. You understand? You in the gym, you going crazy, and tell you, I got a circuit training. I'll probably outwork you anyway. But
Trying to
that's
one up
that.
me. Here he goes. Like, no, I'm
No,
joking.
yeah. But we get to understand each other's personalities a little bit better. And if you approach any situation with love, then the personalities is like, okay, you have coming with a different understanding. Okay, that's just him. He gonna say some stuff like that. But that's the point of me when I said the jump. When you approach a situation where you're allergic to giving up, I'm not coming at you to try to figure out why we not together. I'm coming at you to figure out, okay, what we need to figure out so we can stay together. And that's my mindset. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I think that if we had gotten to something and we both came out with that understanding, then we'll be able to move further a lot faster.
Okay.
Right.
Gigi.
So after all this beratement and all this insanity that he had to get through, he still took the humble approach and still ended it off respectful.
You took the stoic route. I told you.
It's okay, Danny, because we'll say what you couldn't say. This video like hour 30 minutes long. We got you, gang. And the fact that you're making a podcast after all this that you just did, that's scary.
And I feel like she kind of knew Danny would take this route. That's why she was more receptive to listening. She lobbed him like, Danny, do you have anything you want to say first?
Yep.
Because you could already tell by his disposition and how he was closed off during the rest of the interaction.
It's women that do this, what just happened in this video, that create reactions like this where the man completely shuts down and does not communicate and won't communicate anymore. Be the same women that will create a blog post or a podcast or something and talk about how men don't know how to open up and express themselves.
And then make it difficult for the next woman to pick up the pieces that you broke.
Right. You literally beat the dude down, stomp him out, and then talk about why doesn't he hug me, or why doesn't he want to talk to me, or why doesn't he want to have this conversation with me? That's why. You're not my friend. You're not my ally. You're my opposition. And I don't break bread with my opposition. I pray for you. I love you. I hope God bless you. But me and you, we can't hang around, bruh.
Yeah. He's not her type. I mean, yeah.
He's
not her type anyway, so it wouldn't have.
Man.
I agree with everything that he said, and I just really wish things were not said the way they were said. And I do feel like after getting to know you that you are more of a serious person with a silly personality. And I get it.
When did you
So
realize that?
When did you realize that?
Throughout the 30 minutes of you yelling?
Was it when you were cussing them out?
Or when you flipped them off?
Or when you flipped them off? Or when you called them sassy? Or when you said you were going to drop kick them? Or when you called him shallow?
Or when you talked about his weight?
Or when you told him to change his personality? When did you learn this? I want to know. Where the Carfax at?
You know, we don't know if your friends think you funny. You said you're funny.
The
I
world said
think
I was
you
funny.
do have. I do think that
People
you
did say
have
you was
a
funny.
fun personality, and I get where you're coming from, especially with the backstory, because everybody has a story. His story, her story. The reason we are who we are is because of the stories and the things that we've been through. So I completely understand that. And I just wish that, things weren't so heated. Because I feel like, just like BM said, it's like when we do get agitated or irritated, we respond differently. With me,
This is not towards him. She's speaking out loud, but it's good. I feel like it's towards herself.
Watch this. I wish we lived in a world where people didn't hit people. Stupid. I wish we lived in a world where people didn't insult people. Bang! I wish we lived in a world where people didn't shoot people. So you wish we lived in a place where you don't exist. Because you are the source. You are the problem. The same thing you're wishing would not be the problem is the problem you created. This is sad, bro. This is sad.
I did get agitated and irritated, not just because of you talking to me, but what you were saying to other people. So I feel like when it did get to me, I was like, oh, he about to go back and forth with me. And it was just that instance, that one. It wasn't
So you
you,
assumed.
because then everyone's like, oh, he was on this and this. And I was like, I don't have time to watch all this stuff because I don't care to get to, like, I'm knowing you now. So knowing you now, I know that you are a strong person.
So you don't like to do your research. You have a podcast, but you don't like to do your research on the topics that are being brought to you. Because if you would have looked back at the episode, then you would have saw clearly that's Danny's personality. You don't have time to go do your research on the person that you're going back and forth with, but you have all the time to be confrontational with the person that you assume was going to be going back and forth with you.
You want to know something? She said something very key that just shot her it made this whole video pointless. Watch this.
It get to me, I was like, oh, he about to go to me. I did get agitated and irritated, not just because of you talking to me, but what you were saying to other people. So I feel like when it did get to me, I was like, oh, he about to go back and forth with me. And
this whole video was pointless because you said this. Because now you just proved the point that no matter what Danny would have said or how he would have acted or anything he would have done, you were already in your mind that you were going to go at him. You had already wrote him off that you were going to have a problem with him before he even spoke with you. Meaning that all this stuff that you did about, oh, talk to me and treat me like a woman and let me be feminine, you just disqualified that whole thing because you already made him the enemy before he even got to you.
And it was just that instance, that one. It wasn't you, because then everyone's like, oh, he was on this and this. And I was like, I don't have time to watch all this stuff because I don't care to get to, like, I'm knowing you now. So knowing you now, I know that you are a strong person. You are a resilient person. You're somebody who's striving for things and, you're scaling businesses and your life and all those things. So it's like getting to know you. I feel like you are a good person. We could be good friends. And that's why.
Danny, I don't think you should be friends at all. This girl gonna make you catch a case, gang.
Because when you become friends with people like that, there are no boundaries. There are no limits. There's nothing off limits. So the same energy and tenacity and aggression and frustration and irritability that you got unprovoked, you will get unprovoked as a friend.
Yeah, this is not.
You have to tolerate it because that's your friend.
I wouldn't.
Nah, bro.
Don't do that one.
Like
Nah.
sometimes getting to know a person as a friend is how you probably find your lover because they are supposed to be your best friend. But it's
Come on
like
now,
you're
you're
not gonna
into
get to
that
know that
sentiment, okay?
after saying, "So why did you pop your balloon?" She asked me that, and it was like, oh, like I can't. It's like you really can't get deep because the question is,
You
why
got
did you
deep.
pop?
You got deep.
And there was okay. He talked about wigs. Like, well, what we do to you? And that's just my
What did we do to you? But you also said, I'm not a person. I don't wear wigs. I have natural hair.
But she's a woman, so it applies to her.
So you don't even have a wig or a weave. But when he made a comment about wigs and weaves, you felt like he was talking about you, even though you don't have a wig or a weave.
And there are women out there that have never worn wigs or weaves, and they probably wouldn't have went as hard as you did.
It's like those people. It's like there was a video on Twitter about like a rapper in the Netherlands or something like that. He got assassinated. The dude got out the car, shot him, killed him, assassinated him on footage, right? And the first thing that was posted underneath it was a racist meme about black people, like, oh, here we go, we was kings, they doing violence again. And everybody underneath was like, there was not a black person in this video. What did black people have to do with this? And they were like, because black people commit crimes, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what did that have to do with this white guy killing another white guy? Where did the black guy come in?
It's like bringing, what's it called? It's like bringing, like, what's they say? Like, it's like bringing guns to a fist fight. Like, it wasn't necessary.
No, you bring you bring a gun to a knife fight.
Right. Yeah,
Dudes was fighting with knives and you bring out a gun.
Right.
It's like, well, that's not fair. And that what did you bring this gun for? You agreed to the knife. I brought my knife, like you said. You should have brought a knife too, but you brought a gun.
Yep.
my response as a woman, and you'll probably hear a lot of women say that, but also you got to take in what a man is saying. So he's like, listen, I'm not coming for all women. I'm just saying, like, I can't deal with that. You got a whole backstory, Peruvian, all types of things. So you have a story. So understanding your story, I understand you more. Getting to talk to you, I know that you are a serious person and you're not trying to be a funny guy. You really are just being yourself. So it's like, I don't fault people for being themselves. It's either I accept you.
This whole video was you faulting him for being himself.
I feel like you should have just crashed out throughout the whole video, because you doubled down on everything you just did. Like,
I just watched you crash out on him for 40 minutes.
All of that he experienced, he didn't have to experience if you was going to end up on this route.
Just so you can come back at the end and be like, and I just love you, and I understand you as a person, and I just wish, bro, you just cracked, bro, I'm about to scream, dog. What? Am I being gaslit? Bro, you just crashed out on him for 40 minutes. And now you talking about some, boy, man.
You are just being yourself. So it's like, I don't fault people for being themselves. It's either I accept you or I just let you be. Because I'm not in the business of changing people. So
Then why the freak are we here? You didn't let this man be at any point. I can't believe not liking a wig is your deal breaker. That doesn't sound like you're letting me be at all.
Isn't she technically in the business of changing people since she called him fat? Being a fitness coach, you change them as far as like their lifestyle and their eating habits, but you're telling him like you're unappeasing, you're not appealing because you're fat. So
what are we talking
either
about?
I accept you or I just let you be. Because I'm not in the business of changing people. So I love who you are. Keep being yourself. Keep striving. And I do see a lot of great things. So we had a whole conversation.
He was being himself and you just shamed him.
Waiting for us to start. So actually getting to know Dan, I feel like he actually is a good, genuine guy. And I feel like he's going to find his woman through her being his friend because a woman is probably going to take a lot of the things you say wrong because of your banter, and a friend wouldn't.
But you just said at the start of the video that you can't interact with women how you interact with your friends. You just said that at the start of the video.
She talking about, and now we could be good friends. Did y'all cut something out of here? Did y'all cut like 10, 15 minutes out where they actually...
You literally said at the start of the video, you can't interact with women how you interact with your friends, and now you're saying you're gonna find love from a girl that is your friend.
It's a reprobate, bro. It's a hypocrisy. It's confusion and everything.
That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like a friend would not. So I feel like Danny is not. He's been married before. It takes a lot to be married. Okay,
really?
let's just get there. So having that commitment, at least I know you can commit to something, just like you're committing to yourself and your career and the things you want.
That's not how
So
you felt when you
I
brought up
just
his
feel like
divorce.
overall, like
You just threw his divorce. Thank you. What?
But you threw him his divorce.
What are we talking about?
And even if you didn't know, because he kind of gave you the ammunition, you didn't have no hesitation.
You
to
weaponized
load it up
it.
in the clip.
What are we talking about?
like just keep being you. I mean, I can't fault you for being yourself.
Yeah.
I can't fault you for being yourself. Then 40 minutes of why you being yourself was wrong. Lady, kick rocks, gang.
Right, guys. Yeah, so guys, yes, this is good. This is great when we are all speaking to each other on a level, the same level, calmly. We're able to understand each other. So
Yeah.
I thank you guys for doing what you did. And I also want to ask everyone, if you want to see them back on the show, comment down below.
Only Danny.
Thank you guys for joining us on the podcast.
Can he get a spinoff? Can he get a blind date love?
Do not ever bring this woman back on any platform, any show, any episode, anything. This woman sat here and bashed and crashed out for 40 minutes just to come back and retract her entire argument.
Stop talking while you type, bro.
In the last 2 minutes of the video and proceed to gaslight the universe to believing that she literally did not just tell this man that he can't interact with women how he does with his friends, then proceeds to say he will find a woman in his friends.
You know that's not gonna get her.
Kick rocks, kick boulders,
That's a
kick
nice folder.
dirt, kick sand, kick
Pebbles.
kick asphalt, kick cement. Do not bring her back ever again.
It's not gonna get.
Danny, I'm sorry that you had to experience this.
What?
You are so brave and strong. And I just feel like it's not your fault.
Bro.
Look at this comment and truly understand it's not your fault.
Okay, now it might get approved because you put a little. when y'all do all caps like this, they'll flag it because they think there's something wrong. So they will have to approve it themselves. Oh my gosh.
Y'all better go like this comment. Matter of fact, before y'all even watch this video, go like this comment. Go run this comment up, bro.
Why your tone changed with Danny? Danny, I am so sorry.
Because you have to talk to victims appropriately. You can't talk to victims the same way you talk to the person.
Everybody for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.
You can't talk to victims the way you talk to criminals.
Screenshot that too, because that could be the thumbnail too. That's
What?
a good. This right here.
She gotta get cooked.
Yeah, but Arlette and BM gotta look good at the top. Ugh. At least it's a good freeze frame of Danny too. Oh, he looked tired.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, run it up, man.
Bro, go back to the typing one.
What happened?
Go back to the typing scene when you end this video. Go back.
All right, y'all. Peace.